Hello and welcome to another episode of the Untitled Wrestling Podcast Tiermaker series on YouTube. My name is Troy and I'm joined by Jay, Aaron and Ryan. How are we, fellas?
Yes.
Yeah, here, Troy. Have you ever seen a take a look at? Take a look at these nuts.
I hate you. This definitely isn't the first or second time we tried recording this, so third time lucky.
I do like that Aaron's changed up his joke every time, though.
I changed up my joke.
To him. Well done. He's getting it. It only took 2 years.
Don't like the game.
Anyway, as I say, we are here for another Tiermaker episode, and this week's is NXT Champions. So that is NXT men's, women's champions, tag team, cruiserweight champion, NXT UK men's and women's and tag team champion, and I think possibly North American champion. We'll have to have a look down. I'm not sure.
No world titles here.
Keith Lee's first, though. There are North American champions on there, so yeah, all of them, the whole shebang. So without further ado, I will share my screen with you boys, and we'll crack on. Right, we'll go from the bottom. And we've got the Revival tag team champions.
Boo, bottom.
Overrated.
Yes,
wow.
Right in
Yes.
The first one is split.
Because they had as tag champions with like American Alpha, DIY, even Enzo and Cass were all fucking bangers.
Hard to disagree. I mean, what tiers have we got? What the hell was that? Literally there to give it the title. Could have had a better reign. Nearly there. God champ. I'd say they were nearly there. Stroke could have had a better reign. They're definitely in a shout for me in those areas. What do we think?
Hold on, let me. I'm on Wikipedia for things here. Hold on. Because I mean,
we can't do this for every single one because we're going to be here all fucking day.
All right, they're overrated. Their matches are boring.
That's your opinion.
I agree with them. I don't like the Revival. I don't like them at all. They're very boring.
It's split. So should we put them in the middle for that?
Bang in the middle.
For that reason?
That'll do me.
Reign?
Yeah, bang in the middle then.
Okay.
The disrespect.
Could have had a better reign. There we go. Next up, we've got Ria Ripley, NXT UK Women's Champion. Was she the first?
She was the first, yeah.
Yeah. This was a nothing reign. She had it for like a couple of months. I think she only defended it once, and it's just
pretty lackluster.
It was when they were trying to find the feet with NXT UK, so it was meh.
What do we think? Literally there to give it the title. Could have had a better reign.
She's had the shortest reign as well. So
yeah,
Yellow.
Literally there to give the title to Tony Storm.
Just to put the belt on someone. Okay. Toni Storm. I feel like she definitely had a better reign than Rhea Ripley as women's champion.
But
she had the longest reign, yeah.
But Troy, she's a cunt.
All right.
Wow.
I mean,
mates,
are you? I've seen a photo that would say so differently.
Well, don't worry about that. There's plenty of photos of her going about on the internet. Don't worry about that.
There's plenty of videos of her on the internet.
What do we reckon then?
Come on, fucking. Wow.
Hey, I didn't put them there. Hey, I didn't put them there. Right, Toni Storm, NXT Women's Champion. What do we think? Better reign than Rhea Ripley?
Yes.
So for that, she goes higher?
I mean, yeah, she still didn't really do much with it. She had some good matches, but I put her in the middle.
Would you even put her in the middle? You'd go one lower, just same as Ripley, to be honest.
No, because she had a lot longer.
She had some good defenses. She did only have it for like 6 months, but
I would have said could have had a better reign. Also, whoever's done this tier has spelt reign wrong.
Yeah, change that.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, if we're putting Tony Storm in the fucking middle, FTR do need to move up.
That's why I'm
That's
saying
true.
put Tony Storm further down.
I still think
nah.
FTR because the thing is, you were judging it on whether you like the person, not on
No,
the
I'm not. The matches are naff.
No, but the actual title reign, they had some fucking incredible matches.
If we're gonna put Tony Storm in, could have had a better reign, then for me, Revival go up one.
Or you could put Tony Storm in the same as Ripley, where it should
Well,
be.
I think
No,
Tony
because she had a
Storm
better reign than
better,
Ripley.
please.
Yeah, move Revival up there. Okay.
Again, I think you need to separate the actual performer here and think more about the actual reign itself. Because there's obviously going to be people there that like some of us like and some of us don't, or some of us like more than others. But at the same time,
You can't dispute that they are
you can't
good or
like
the
yeah.
reign.
That we're not discussing whether we think that we like that tag team more. We're discussing the actual reign.
It's like Kenny Omega. I'm not the biggest fan, but I won't deny that he's not a great wrestler and he had a really good reign as AEW champion. I wouldn't put him down and literally there to give up the title because I don't like him or I don't like his style of wrestling. So do we think she goes and could have had a better reign?
I think so. Like just as I say, she had some good matches. She had a decent run, but not an amazing one.
Okay. Kaylee Ray. I mean,
Right.
that's right at the top. Sure.
Right at the top.
At the top.
Are we all in agreement with that?
Yeah. Because even though like a lot of her reign, she didn't really do anything because of the pandemic. Again, the matches and defenses she had before she lost that belt were fucking incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair enough. Hard to disagree with that. Is it the same for Pete Dunne then in that case?
I think it has to be the amount of like banging matches they put on.
Yeah.
As well. Although there was never really a lot of storyline like the latter time of his reign.
There was some hidden gem in NXT UK. Like
That's the only down I've got for his reign, but even at that, everyone who's got a title reign of like 2 years always has bits in their reign where it's a bit naff.
Yeah, fair enough. Who have we got here? Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews.
Fucking bottom.
I'll be honest. They're quite low down for, and just going back to what we were saying, like don't judge it on whether you like them or not, but genuinely, I don't think they had a great title reign.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they only had it for like a couple of weeks, didn't they?
Yeah, it wasn't long at all, was
they
it?
They beat grizzled young veterans for it, which why? And then they got murdered by Gallus, which again, another question.
So was it a poor title reign, or were they literally there to give up the title? Were they just transitional champions? Because if they were transitional,
what the hell was that? There was no point in it. It was like, it was literally like 2 weeks they had the belt.
I mean, the ladder match is banging as well, though.
But Gallus was tag champions in that match, not them.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the hell was that? Who's that? I can't tell who that is.
I've just seen one that definitely qualifies as a what the hell was that later on.
Who's this cruiserweight champion? I can't tell who that is.
Is it Pac?
No.
Is it Roderick Strong?
Than that. Who's it? He's got black trunks.
Is that a Drew Gulak?
Oh,
in his black?
Is it Drew Gulak?
Does look like Allsack Drew Gulak.
I mean, there's two of them anyway. Whoever's
Can you zoom in
up there, just under Keith Lee, it's the same person.
It crops the image off at the top, so it doesn't matter if I zoom in. Like the
if it's under Keith Lee, is it Roderick Strong? Because he was North American champion as well.
No, Roderick Strong hasn't got a beard like that.
Cruiserweight.
I think it's Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak did hold the cruiserweight title for a little bit.
Yeah, I think it is. That's what I'd go for.
Yeah. Go through the list of them, but it doesn't look like anyone else. It's not Buddy. It's not Tony Nese. It's not Pac. It's not Enzo. Yeah,
it's Drew Gulak. I'm just finding the actual picture.
I'll be honest. I don't really remember much of his reign.
It's weird because a lot of the stuff he did as cruiserweight champion, he didn't actually do on NXT.
Yeah.
Like he had a really good match as Cruiserweight champion on an Evolve show. And then he had like a really good match. He had one or two really good matches in NXT. And everything else was like 205 Live. Because he didn't really get much exposure, I'd probably say you'd put him in the middle. Because when he did like get exposure, he had fucking banging matches, but
yeah,
it was
few and
always
far
like,
between.
it was always treated as an afterthought more than anything else.
So it could have had a better reign, do you reckon?
Yeah,
He's a great wrestler. Just
he had some, as I said, he had some really good matches. He just didn't get the opportunity to have them often.
Yeah. Okay. Could have had a better reign. Next up, Grizzled Young Vets, NXT UK Tag Team Champions. Put him at the top.
No.
No.
What do we reckon then? What do we reckon?
I disagree. The match they won the titles in was amazing, but they did fuck all with them after, so I'd put them in the middle.
Could have had a better reign. Yeah?
Yeah.
I can't even remember, to be honest.
Could have and should have had a better reign.
They had an amazing match with Mustache Mountain then to win the belts. Then they had like a few like good matches on NXT TV, but they didn't really do anything else after.
And now they can't cut the mustard on main roster's developmental.
Wow.
Okay.
Stop hurting me.
Walter, longest reigning NXT UK champion. It's got to be in the top, surely.
To the top, to the top.
It's hard to disagree with that. I think it up there with the longest reigns.
This isn't because we're from the UK. Look at the fucking match ratings.
They've
Look
all
at
had
the
reigns that have been like the better part of 2 years or more. And
every defense Walter had was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Well.
Moving on, Leo Rush, Cruiserweight champion.
I mean, he definitely could have done more.
Could have done more.
It felt like he wasn't really getting started when he won the belt.
I mean, it couldn't have been that good that he won it on NXT TV and lost it on NXT TV. But,
that doesn't necessarily mean.
Yeah, but again, you should really have your titles on a pay-per-view. Premium live event.
What do we reckon then for Leo Rush?
I would go in the middle.
I'd say the middle.
Yeah.
It wasn't literally there to give out the title up. So he had, 60 days, champ? Yeah, 60
Yeah,
days.
and he had some really fun matches when he was champion.
Okay.
Wasn't it that time when they were just like fucking throwing the belt around at everyone?
Yeah, I think so.
Not necessarily, no. No, it wasn't that time. There's a time where it was like that, but not then.
Okay. We'll move on. Ria Ripley, NXT champion. NXT Women's Champion.
I'd put that close to the top.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it at the top, but I'd say like nearly.
Yeah.
I think she had a great reign.
Because she
Great
had
reign, but it ended with Charlotte, and
And also, as soon as she won it, there was always the questions of, well, when she's getting called up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it always felt like it was like inevitable. She was gonna be losing it eventually.
Yeah.
But then losing it to Charlotte.
You've got to put that in there because did you not mention the ladder match earlier?
True.
That's what I mean. Like nearly there.
Nearly there.
Nearly there.
If Charlotte hadn't got involved, it would have been at the top.
I think even if she had beaten Charlotte, because also when you think as soon as she lost to Charlotte, all her momentum just fucking like left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up then, Tyler Bate, inaugural NXT UK champion.
Literally there to lose it.
Yeah.
He lost the first defense.
Yeah. Literally there to give it the title. It's a shame because he's fucking superb. But again, it's like you said, it was when they were still kind of trying to find their feet with things. And yeah, Definitely should have been better.
I think they knew they had a ready to go star and Pete Dunne in that tournament.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They needed to build a foil up for him.
Yeah. They just needed that babyface win for the first.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is that? Cruiserweight champion. That looks like Santos Escobar, but I could be wrong.
Not Angel Garza.
Was Angel Garza? Oh, he was Cruiserweight champion. It is Angel Garza, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is.
What do you reckon? Again, much like Drew Gulak, I don't remember him having a particularly long reign.
It was Leo Rush that he beat for the title.
Yeah.
Didn't he get called up literally 2 weeks after winning the belt?
Probably.
I don't think it was too long after.
Oh.
I
don't think it's particularly memorable though.
It is one of the shortest reigns of the title.
Literally,
But he lost it at Worlds Collide, didn't he? The Rumble weekend.
We did at the Rumble weekend.
You know that weekend, Troy, that we were at. Ryan was at as well. Yeah.
I remember that, Ryan. Yeah. I remember that well.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember. All right. Next up then. Jay's favourite tag team. Gallus.
Scotland.
Yeah. Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, NXT UK Tag Team Champions.
I mean,
they had a lengthy reign. That doesn't mean it was great.
I was about to say, the way that
just under 500 days.
Yeah, the way that Big Tasty said that WWE sometimes think length makes something good. that was this. They had a long reign, but a lot of the matches just didn't really feel important.
No, and their lengthy reign did include COVID times as well.
Yeah, and there was a lot of matches where they defended it, and it was just all right, well, this is probably where they're going to lose it. Hopefully, it is, because they never really felt like they got out the blocks as champions.
No,
and to hold the belt for almost 2 full years, 2 full calendar years, and not feel like champions is, for me, it should probably be low down.
It's awkward because you can't say literally there to give up the title because they had it for nearly 2 years.
Yeah,
I'd put it either in the middle or the bottom.
I would say could have had a better reign. Given how long they had it, there should have been more definitive matches in there, more standouts.
Other than the ladder match, they didn't really have anything else.
No. Could have had a better reign, I'd say, for me.
Yeah.
Are we in agreement?
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Jordan Devlin, NXT Cruiserweight Champion. I feel like he had a really good reign with that. And I they kept that belt and not unified or whatever it is that they did. And just had that as a belt on NXT UK because he had a great reign with it.
The thing is, again, it just sort of vanished because they were like, "Oh, he's on NXT UK. We're not doing shows for a year and a half."
And he got suspended during his reign.
And he got suspended because coming out things.
Speaking out, yeah. I mean, when they kind of got going with it and had them defending it on NXT UK, it was very, very good. And he had some very good matches.
The match that he won it in was excellent.
Yeah, and the match that he lost it in was also excellent.
Yeah.
I'd say nearly there.
Didn't he have that match against Dave Mastiff for it? And he was just like, "Fuck it, fuck the weight class."
No, he just had a match.
Was it just a match of Mastiff? Oh, okay.
He said something like he didn't want to defend the belt. He was just issuing an open challenge, and Mastiff accepted.
Okay. I mean, whilst it wasn't a title match, it was still during his reign, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how we want to count now or not, but
I think nearly there is the best one to go for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the top, but he had a good reign. So
the things to take into account for judging this is how they were portrayed as champions, the actual reign itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say even though even though it wasn't a title match, he was still portrayed as a serious threat to the main event scene.
Yeah, agreed. Next up, then Ember Moon, NXT Women's Champion.
I mean, the match with Asuka, that was banging, but that was before the fucking thing. She beat Baszler, was it not?
She won the vacant title, and then she beat Baszler in a.
Aye, she won it in a fatal 4-way involving Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce. There you go.
And then she defended it against Baszler once, and then lost it to Baszler.
Yeah.
And then she got called up shortly after.
I think it could have been better.
Yeah.
I think it could have been better. I think they kind of missed the boat on her a little bit, because they should have pulled the trigger and had to beat Asuka.
I mean, because she didn't have that many defenses. I think she had literally the one defense.
It could have been there, like, just to get the title to Shayna.
But remember, like, this is like NXT, like Black and Gold, when they would mainly only defend them on takeovers, wouldn't they? And they spent that like kind of 6-8 weeks in the middle building it up. Like,
now they do
defend. No. Whilst they did defend them on television, like typically, like the big ones were pay-per-view takeovers. So it's not like, I don't know, you've got others in there where they would defend them almost week in, week out, or they would be seen on TV more. I think when they protected it a bit more.
I think for me, they were a little bit too late in pulling the trigger on it.
I agree.
To win the belt.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, when she did have the belt, it never felt like she got into like a second gear in a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had some really good matches. Like the Shayna one was really like amazing.
What do you think? Could have been there then? Like could have been better rather?
I think could have been better for me.
Okay. Ryan, do you agree?
Yeah.
Aaron?
I would have put it, what the hell was that? But
wow. Really? Why?
Because it was nothing really apart from the match, and then obviously through the weeks, yes, you would have got the build up for it, but it could have been so much more.
Hence why it's in could have been a better reign.
Nah. You're saying a better reign like it's like a little thing. But it's okay.
Next up, Sasha Banks, NXT Women's Champion.
I mean, she's got to be up there, doesn't she?
Got to be in the top, personally.
God tier, God champ. Or nearly there.
Just for making Izzy cry, we're in the top.
Yes. Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Even though I wasn't champion by then, just put her in the top.
Okay. Have you got any more to say on it, or should we move on?
No, just anyone who's unfamiliar with Sasha Banks' NXT title run, go back and watch it. It was fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
At least we don't have to talk about the other 4 horsewomen. Like the 4th one.
Next up,
except Bailey.
It's Bailey.
I'd put this high up.
Nearly there.
I mean, you'd probably put it on par with Sasha.
I would agree.
Because it was all based around those two at the time.
Yeah.
And she got 2 good title defenses out of fucking Nia Jax.
That too, yeah.
Oh boy.
Which is saying something.
Okay. So
I'd put
her up there with Charlotte, with Sasha rather.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Shayna Baslet, she's surely got to be at the top.
I think Shayna should be at the top.
Without a doubt.
She had some really good. I just realised, is this separating reigns? It's not, is it?
No, it's just
I think it is because there's a couple of people that are in there twice, so I feel like it might be.
Okay.
Aye, but then you've got to de facto which one's which. I'd just put them all as one reign.
I'm just going to put them in as one reign because, like, for example, they've got, I don't know,
they've got Joe there twice with the same title, so I don't, because his second reign as NXT champion wasn't with that title.
Yeah.
Someone probably hasn't uploaded the right picture for it, but like what I mean, for example, they've got Gallus there twice. I don't remember Gallus winning the championships twice.
I mean, I see. We just go through the photos now.
We'll just go through them individually because I feel like some of them might have been doubled up by mistake. Anyway, Shayna Basler.
Actually, that being said, there is 2 for Charlotte with separate reigns. Shayna had 2 reigns, didn't she? She lost it to Kyrie, then won it back.
But then there's also 2 photos of Bailey as well, and she only had 1 reign. So
yeah, as I say, I think some have just accidentally doubled up.
You probably just fucked it.
I'd put Baszler right at the top.
I would. Yeah. I think overall, as a reign, she fucking smashed it.
Say the same about Asuka.
Yeah, do we really need to speak about Asuka?
Nah. Kairi Sane, however.
I feel like she was there to just give the belt back to Shayna.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
which is a game because she had like some good matches like around that time. But
out of the 12 women that have won the women's title, she's the one with the least combined days.
There we go.
Right, so there's your answer.
So what do we think then? Just there to give her the title.
I mean, no. What the hell was that? She deserves a lot more.
Yeah.
She deserves a hell of a lot more. She's not even with the company anymore because they're silly bastards.
They did have a bring it out in a fucking pirate chest. That was good.
Yeah. Okay. Charlotte Flair. I'll just put one of these up there.
Put the good title on there.
Which one's that?
Oh God. No, thank you.
Oh, hey.
I mean, she had a good run with it, but I feel like it wasn't terribly long. She lost it to Sami.
There's a positive in her first reign, though. There's a very high positive. She defeated Natalya in the finals of the 8-women tournament.
Anything to get one over on Natalya for you, isn't it?
That was when you had Ric Flair and Bret Hart at ringside, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh God, yeah, it was. Oh man. God. What do we think then? Like generally as NXT champion, like she
there was the other side of that. Remember when she was on Raw and she got jobbed out in 3 minutes to Natalya? And they introduced her as NXT Women's Champion.
Where are we putting her then?
I mean, it's our second reign's definitely. I'd go nearly there because Charlotte, like, it was good. It was Charlotte. It was Charlotte bigging up the title while she had it. Anyway,
was it?
Yeah, she tried to treat it like the main roster titles.
Well, this is when she won the Rumble and said, "I'm going to
shit
the
the
NXT
bed,"
top, wasn't it? So they were positioning it high, weren't they?
She lost it in her first defense.
Aye, because Charlotte's not going to stay on NXT forever, is she?
What do we think then, boys?
I say she shouldn't have gone back down there in the first place. Right? I think nearly there. I don't think she was on the same level as Sasha, Bailey, and Shayna and Asuka.
Just remember, you got the banging triple threat in your house as well.
Yeah,
that was good.
That we did, and the match with Ria was good, but as well. But then the first reign.
I can't remember anything about the first reign.
The only match that I remember of it during a first reign, and I can't even remember if she like lost the belt in this match or not, was the 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way, which was fucking banging.
Yeah,
I think that was the match that Sasha won the belt in.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but everything else around that, I don't really remember.
We'll move on then. Some tag team champions coming up next. NXT Tag Team Champions, Connor and Victor, the Ascension. The Ascension were over as fuck, weren't they?
They were fucking good tag team champions.
Really good.
Do they still have the longest reign?
I can look it up right now. Come on, there we go. Nope. Why are you not giving me a list of the fucking titles, you absolute fud? Honestly, list NXT Tag Champs. There we go. Ascension 343. Yes, they still hold the longest reign.
Nice.
There you go.
They steamrolled like everybody they came up against, except for Finn Balor and Kenta, but they'd already lost the belt at that point.
Yeah.
They're
up there, nearly there for me.
I'd say they're in the top two, definitely.
Yeah.
Whether they're actually at the tippity top, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you've got to give them their due. So early on, they were so dominant. They were treated like a big deal.
Yeah.
And then main roster, they were just almost instantly shot on.
Yeah.
It's funny
nearly there then, I think. Okay. Akam and Razar, the Authors of Pain, NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, run, didn't he?
A DIY.
Did they win us off the back of the Dusty Cup?
Yeah, they beat.
It would have been 9. Yeah.
Was it for the Dusty Cup and the belts? Was that what it was?
No, they won it in January 28th. So it could have been.
No, I don't think it was. I think the one that was for the Cup and the belts was Undisputed Era versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
Yeah, it's literally.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Authors of Pain defeated DIY for the tag team titles. So there you go.
I thought they had a fairly decent reign.
I think they had a good run. They had that. I mean, they had that ladder match with DIY, which was amazing.
Yeah, that's what I.
Two guys of that size. Yeah,
and they had a really good match with
TM61.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The shark cage one.
Shark cage, Paul Ellering and a shark.
That was banging,
man.
Match.
That was awesome. There was that.
Wasn't that
spot.
that was the Dusty Cup one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a banging match.
Yeah, I thought they had a solid reign. I'd say they were nearly there. But again, open to other opinions. What do you reckon?
To be fair, I think I'd go with you on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I would as well.
Nearly there.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Next up, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, NXT Tag Team Champions.
There was a lot of hot shotting of the belts with these and other people, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. So they beat the first champions because Bo Dallas filled in for the injured Oliver Gray. The reign only lasted 2 months.
Didn't he lose it to Pac and Corey Graves?
They lost it to Pac and Corey Graves, yeah.
And then did they win it back, or am I imagining that?
No, they never won it back. It was just a one reign.
And when they held the belts, it was always largely like kind of an afterthought to Bray, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bray was always the main
focal points.
Yeah.
I'd say could have had a better reign, as much as it pains me to say that because I love them. I just think they didn't really, as they never felt like the most important part of their own title feud.
Yeah. Yeah. A bit like Gallus. Like not in terms of length, but in terms of like they had the belts, but they never felt important. There was nothing there that said, these are the definitive champ, these are worthy. Like they just had them and that was it.
Adrian Neville literally grabbed a different tag team partner to get the titles back and won them back.
Could have had a better reign then, should we say?
Yeah.
Okay. Chad Gable and what's his name? Forgotten his name.
Jason Jordan.
Jason Angle.
Jason Angle.
American Alpha. These got another over as fuck tag team. They are so
these hot shot at the belts with the Revival, didn't they?
Yeah, they had some bangers.
They did. I recall them having 2 out of 3 falls with the Revival, which was fucking excellent. I'd say nearly there as well. Like they didn't have a long reign, but they did have some they had a few decent TV defenses as well, and they always felt like
they meant something.
They felt like they were elevating the belts, not the belts were elevating them.
Yeah. Nearly there then.
Yeah.
If they got a longer reign, I think they would be up there. But
if they got more time with the belts, they'd probably
Eric Young and Alexander Wolf making up Sanity.
I fucking forgot these had them.
I did. I really liked Sanity, but I forgot they had the belts. I don't feel like it was for all that long. Aaron, you can probably Correct. me if I'm wrong.
Sanity held the titles for 123 days. The match
Okay.
The match started, they won them off Authors of Pain. The match started with Killian Dane as Wolf's partner. However, Young was tagged in instead.
I remember this, the big swerve.
Yeah.
It's when Nikki Cross took that fucking silly bump, didn't she, through the table?
A silly table spot, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Nikki Cross?
Yeah. What do we reckon? Could have had a better reign? They should have done. They were awesome when they came in. Like, they were hot. Really good.
Did they lose them to? Was it Undisputed Era?
Yeah.
Probably.
I honestly think they were literally there just to give up the belts then, because Undisputed Era debuted attacking Sanity after that match.
Did they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, this is whilst Drew was champion and Adam Cole came out at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, like that takeover. They won the belts and then Undisputed Era debuted attacking them.
Right.
And then they did the only if I remember rightly, the only reason they had the belts for that long was because they did a War Games match first.
Right.
In 2017, was that the first War Games?
Yeah, because it was the triple threat one. It was Sanity,
Yeah.
Era, Authors of Pain, and Roderick Strong.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
And they lost tag titles shortly after. So I honestly think they were only there to give them up because they didn't want Undisputed Era to beat Thingy Fun, Authors of Pain.
All right.
Give it time to Undisputed Era to become a
That's
thing.
my sense on it.
I mean, I'd agree with it, to be honest.
Okay. Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, NXT Tag Team Champions.
The Bros are ways. Give them their name.
Sorry, Bros.
Come on.
My bad.
I remember these having a decent run with them, actually.
It's not a long run.
No.
Was it not?
No, 86 days.
Oh,
not even 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, about 3 months.
To be fair, on my screen it doesn't tell me.
Between takeovers, then basically.
They won the Dusty Classic as tag champs, though, didn't they? Or did they win the belts? The Dusty Classic.
Yeah, I think that was the case.
Okay. Oh yeah, because that was the one that Grizzled Young Veterans really should have won, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's happened twice now.
3 times.
3 times, yeah. Wow. Twice, definitely. What do we reckon then? Dare to give it up, or even what the hell was that? Because I think like everything around it was quite fun. Like all the stuff in the Dusty Cup and the vignettes and the little video things they did lead, it was really fun. But then when they got the belts,
they lost in a random the Imperium, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Riddler got called up.
And Timothy Thatcher substituted Pete Dunne. He was not able to travel due to COVID.
Yeah.
That's how they lost the titles. So it wasn't even Dunne that lost the titles.
That was when they were teasing that Timothy Thatcher was going to join Imperium, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you can't have an American in with them. Don't worry about why you can't do that.
I would say, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Completely honest.
I think it was unfortunate for them because the pandemic did fuck it up a bit.
Yeah. Next up, Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and
Dad
Bobby.
You've got to be at the top, don't you?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Longest. Most amount of reigns, the longest combined days.
They had a lot of bangers as tag champs as well.
Yeah.
And they, as champions, like, there's only a few people in NXT who I can really think of doing this. They elevated their opponents to their level.
Yeah.
Like the Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch match where everyone's like, what the fuck's this? And then the match actually happened.
So good.
Yeah.
That was the opener as well to a takeover, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one it was, but it was an opener, and yeah, mate, that was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Neville and Corey Graves, NXT Tag Team Champions.
First, no, I'm lying. No,
was Joel. Wait, wasn't Joel Redman? What was Joel Redman in NXT?
Oliver Gray.
Oliver Gray. Random name generator.
We can do one of those while we're on here.
Oh, can we find out our NXT names?
We'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end.
We need to alter the spelling of one of the words so it looks so unnatural. Right, go with 2 Ks. Riot with 2 Ts.
Where do we reckon then?
I'd say, what the hell was that? I remember it being very short and very sweet.
Yeah, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the shortest reigns. I don't remember much of it. So
Were they just there to literally give the belts the Ascension, more or less?
it would have been in that ballpark.
The Ascension took them off them.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we move on? Paige,
Huh?
NXT Women's Champions.
No, thank you. It's strictly Swerve's house here. She was a good champion. It was very, very much like kind of cut short because they called her up like a few months into a reign.
Could have had a better reign.
I think so.
Mm.
You know the way you guys put it for Worlds Collide. I was there when she got called up.
I
Were
mean,
you?
she had.
I was.
Nice.
I had to explain to an American guy next to me who she was.
Yeah, she was there. Like, she's the first NXT champ.
They made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I'd say nearly there
Okay.
for me.
What
I don't
one's
know.
nearly there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd agree.
I'd
agree.
go there. Yeah.
Just called up too early, but could have had a much better reign.
I
Stuck about
I
longer.
think that like the way they were going with it, she could have had like a really good reign.
Yeah.
But then they did the WWE thing where, oh, we need her on the main roster now.
Mhm.
NXT General Manager
Oh,
John
yeah, sorry.
Bradshaw Layfield stripped Page of the title.
JBL was NXT manager at one point.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I do not remember that.
It was during the storyline between the Shield and Cody and Goldust.
Oh, okay.
Rightly, because Stephanie fired Dusty as the NXT general manager
Right. I
and
recall.
replaced him with JBL for reasons. And then they replaced JBL with Regal and everything was right in the world.
Next up, DIY, Ciampa and Gargano,
Oh,
NXT
these are
Tag
high.
Team Champions. This is high, surely, very high.
They had some fucking awesome tag team matches.
I mean, I have to go at the top.
That being said, they had a very short reign, if I remember rightly.
They had, yeah, it was actually
Because
69 days.
they won it. They
Nice.
won it in that amazing 2 out of 3 falls match with the Revival.
Yeah.
But then they lost
won it
it.
in the 2 out of 3 falls, yeah.
Didn't they lose it in a triple threat with the Revival in it? Authors of Pain.
Oh, I would need to
Could have
go
had a better
through tons of
reign then.
notes. Aye.
Could have had a better reign.
I'd say nearly there. Because they had some really good matches.
At TakeOver Orlando, all 3 teams competed in a triple threat elimination match for the NXT Tag Team titles, but DIY failed to regain the titles after being the first eliminated. That was against Authors of Pain and Revival.
So what? Could have had a better reign?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
They had good matches throughout the reign, but it was very short.
Next up, Mustache Mountain, NXT Tag Team Champions.
Only held the belts for 2 weeks and had 2 absolute bangers when they held them. So I'd say nearly.
Have they held them before?
No.
No.
No,
Only
this is
once.
They won them at the Royal Albert
Collide.
Hall. In the
Oh,
NXT
it was, wasn't
UK.
it? That was it.
Yeah, the NXT UK number 1 contenders tournament they did there to announce NXT UK. They beat the Undisputed Era, and then literally 2 weeks later, or could have been a week later, they dropped it back to the Undisputed Era in a match that dear old Davey Meltzer gave 5 of his stars.
Boom.
And to be fair, it was an amazing match. It was the one where like Trent Seven was in like a knee bar for like 5 minutes, and Tyler ended up throwing the towel in.
Oh God, yeah, that one.
That they
Wait,
always
so they've held the titles twice then?
no, they've held the NXT title.
Oh, the actual, yeah, I'm with you.
And they've held
okay.
the current NXT UK Tag Champions.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm so confused.
Where are we going with them then, chaps?
As much as I hate to say it, because it was two amazing matches, I think they were literally there to just give the title.
Yeah,
I agree.
fair. We've done Undisputed Era. We've got Fabian Eichner and Marcel.
Oh, I see what you mean, Aaron. They're there twice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right, got you.
Yeah, Imperium. I thought their last reign was decent.
What, 2.0 one?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. They won it in a lumberjack-o'-lantern match.
There you go.
I remember them. I remember watching the match with you guys. It was a good match.
Yeah.
That was the one where one of MSK just completely ate shit, wasn't it, on a dive?
Yes, it was.
Or was it? No, it was a cutter, wasn't it?
The
Cut the outside and no one caught them.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Oh, dear, yeah.
And then the first one, who did they lose them to? Was it MSK?
They lost them to Breezango when they came back as a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where they disappeared and then did they not come back for a while?
I think could have had a better reign.
I think so. These two are a really good tag team.
Were.
Don't worry about
it. These two specifically were.
Marcel Barthel didn't die for this. Axel Dieter Jr. didn't die for this. Yeah, I think that's fair. I really like them as a team, but I think the reign itself was very just there.
Okay.
I think because Walter was always the main attraction, these two were always
playing second fiddle.
I did like when they had like the iPad with Walter shouting at them for a bit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, next up, War Machine or Viking Raiders or Viking Experience or whatever you want to call them.
I remember these having a really good reign.
Didn't they relinquish the titles because they were unbeaten?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They got called up as the Viking Experience as well, which, you know.
Don't worry about it. I would say they were nearly that, like, they were very good. They had a great reign.
Yeah.
I love how whoever's done the Wikipedia for this have actually put that in the notes. Yeah, they relinquished their titles because they got called up. but they got renamed on that night.
Next up, is that Sincara and Kalisto?
The Lucha Dragons.
Lucha Dragons, that was it.
They had a decent run, didn't they? Not an amazing run, but a decent run.
I don't really remember it, if I'm honest.
They were champions.
They beat the Ascent. They ended the Ascension's massive reign, and they lost it to Blake and Murphy, I believe.
They lost it to Blake and Murphy. There you go.
Boom.
What do you reckon? Could have had better.
To be fair, I always enjoyed their matches together. Yeah. They were always banging matches.
They always had good matches. How long did they have them for, Aaron?
139 days.
It's not a massive reign. 4 months. Yeah, I'd say nearly there. Maybe no. Maybe could have had a better reign.
I would say could have had a better reign.
But then they always had good matches, but I feel like they weren't memorable matches.
Yeah.
They were ones where like at the time I'd be like, oh yeah, this is a banger, but the only one I can actually remember is the one they won it in and then the one they lost it in.
Yeah.
Could have had a better reign then.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, fair enough. Next up, I think this is Blake and Murphy.
It is Blake and Murphy.
It is Blake and Murphy. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain it is.
With a red and black gear on.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wesley Blake's big chinny chin there. I see it.
He's really controlling his narrative now, isn't he?
They had a longer reign, 205 days. That's when Alexa Bliss joined them. Yeah.
I remember them coming out of nowhere and being like, what the fuck's going on? And then them also having like a really like fun run with the belts.
Mm.
Because they started off as like babyface and everyone was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Because it was that time where like they just put the belts on random people and be like, what the hell's happening? Like they did this Revival winning them.
Yeah.
And then they'd go on and just have bangers all the time. I'd say probably, again, none of the matches are really memorable. That's the only issue.
In the middle?
I'd probably go in it. Yeah.
Right.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. Could have had a better reign. Next up. Oh, the Vaudevillains.
To the top, baby.
Vaudevillains.
Let's go.
Vaudevillains, mate. I love them. I thought
To the top.
They were good.
How long did they have them for, Aaron?
81 days.
Right. Okay.
Were they the ones who lost them to the Revival?
They were, yes.
So literally there to just give up the belt.
Right. I think we know where that's going then.
Oh,
It's a shame. As a tag team, I really like them, but their reign.
poor saggy pecs.
This is pre-saggy packs. Don't worry about it.
Diamond Denzel Amore.
Okay. Next up, Street Profits, Dawkins and Ford.
Right, where are we?
Didn't they get called up fairly soon after they won them?
They got called up while they were champions.
I mean,
And
the Fatal 4-Way was good when they won it. That was a good match.
Yeah, and they had that ladder match against the Undisputed Era, which was really good too.
Yeah. This was when the titles were vacated from the War Raiders.
War Raiders,
Yeah.
Because they couldn't beat the War Raiders. Again, it was like similar to Ember Moon situation where
Yeah, that was a shitty thing, yeah.
they should have just had them beating the team. Like Ember Moon should have just beat Asuka.
Yeah.
But instead they just fucking vacated them. Then
Vince wanted them to lose on main roster.
Yeah. Who did Street Profits lose these two?
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Um,
It was Forgotten Sons time. Oh gosh.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
Jesus.
I'd say again the problem that with the ad was that they got called up during the reign.
Could have had a better reign.
Yeah, it just purely because like they got called up and then they were just on Raw like doing fucking Statler and Waldorf for a bit, weren't they?
Yeah, it was just backstage segments constantly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember.
I remember. Johnny Gargano, NXT North American Champion.
I'd put him pretty high up.
Yeah, this was the way time as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nearly there. I don't think he's right at the top, but he's nearly there.
Let me do a quick Google because it's the one title I've not got up.
Didn't he hold it for he held it a few times, didn't he? Like three times.
Did he?
Yeah. He beat Don't Worry About It for it.
Don't worry about it.
He beat thingy Leon Ruff for it, and then I think he beat Damian Priest for it.
Yeah, his first one was against Damian Priest, and his second one was Leon Ruff after Leon Ruff beat him. Triple threat at War Games with Damian Priest in it, funnily enough.
What do we reckon then? Nearly there?
It would be up there because I think it's the strongest North American reign you've got.
Surely it's the most combined, like longest combined.
No, some funny person we don't speak of have longest combined days.
Don't worry about it.
But the most number of reigns is Gargano with 3, yes.
Where are we going then, boys?
I think for the North American title, I think we should put him at the top for the best North American.
I think that's fair.
Champ.
The thing with the North American Championship is it always felt like it was kind of like a stepping stone to the NXT title.
Yeah, they always made it like the workhorse title as well. It was always
when Gargano won it, he won it after he won the NXT title, so it almost felt like it was there. It almost felt like at the time he was getting given it to just kind of like be like a triple crown champion.
Blow of losing it.
But then he made
just to say that he'd held all the belts in NXT.
Yeah.
But
then they did make a whole like 6-month story between him and Damian Priest, and then Leon Ruff involved as well.
But that's what I mean. Like from when it felt like at the time when he won it, that they were just giving him it for the sake of giving him it.
Yeah,
they definitely they definitely like made the best out of it. When he made the best out of it, rather, I should say.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Alistair Black, NXT champion. He beat Andrade for this, didn't he?
This one for me goes high.
Yeah.
Oh, Alistair Black.
Yeah. At the time, if I remember, wasn't he unbeaten until he lost the belt?
Yeah. I think so.
And he was just portrayed really, really fucking strong as champion. Unfortunately, he got injured and then
didn't he lose it to Roode?
Lost his Ciampa.
Oh, was it Ciampa? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say top 2.
Yeah, I don't think I'd put it at the top because
nearly there.
He did constantly have like title matches, and
Alistair
Black, I don't think, had a bad match in NXT.
He had a ridiculously like better than it should have been match against Lars Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he also missed the black mass in that match. But yeah, he had like a really good rate. I think if he hadn't have got injured when he got injured, because he was meant to go into the Gargano and Ciampa feud, and I think the other thing is the Gargano Ciampa feud overshadowed it.
Yeah, without doubt.
Which is the only reason why I wouldn't put him in the top, but definitely nearly there.
Yeah.
Okay, nearly there then.
Yeah.
Next up, Roderick Strong, North American champion.
Bang average.
Yeah, he sort of just
could have been a better champ.
It was sadly the gold rush for Undisputed Era, wasn't it? That's all it was.
Yeah,
have him win the other title.
Yeah. That being said, he did have a really good match on Survivor Series, didn't he?
The triple threat, yeah, he did actually.
And
Seth,
that was it.
Yeah.
And he had like whenever, I mean, it's Roderick Strong. Whenever he wrestles, it's going to be a good match.
100%.
But
just his reign, though, generally.
Unfortunately, it was literally there just so
they could have all the belts.
He could have Undisputed Era having all the belts. Yeah.
Okay. In the middle, we say.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Adam Cole, North American champion.
Baby.
North American champion. Oh,
first ever North American champion.
I mean, that ladder match is a banger, ain't it?
Yeah.
Him v Ricochet is a banger when he lost the title.
In his first defense, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Adam Cole doing Adam Cole things, but
I think again they give him it just so they could say he'd won it. And at the time, they weren't ready to give him the NXT because Ciampa was and Gargano were in the title picture, weren't they?
Could have been better.
I'd even say literally there just to give it.
Go on, right?
You say that's 132 days he held the title.
Well, did he?
Yeah.
I suppose takeovers are 4 months apart.
Yeah, it was Mania weekend that he won it, and then it was SummerSlam weekend that he lost it.
Okay. What were you going to say, Ryan?
I was just going to say put it in the better reign because he did have some good matches, but it wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair.
That's absolutely
fair. Next up, Adam Cole, NXT champion.
Top.
Yeah.
Top bins.
He didn't have the title whilst feuding with Kyle O'Reilly, so it's fine.
No question there. I know you don't want to speak of him, but he's in there. Speak about his reign.
Put him in the bottom.
Velveteen Dream.
What the hell was that?
Not as a person, as the reign.
In retrospect, these days it would be what the hell was that? But let's think about it before he was a
Do you remember the
Also-
pop we got for his Hogan outfits and
Yeah,
his
he didn't
Yeah.
but he didn't have bad matches as champion and not as champion. Like all like other stuff aside, he was an exciting wrestler to
we'll
watch.
talk about the character, the Velveteen Dream, not the man,
Yeah.
Patrick Clark.
Yes.
There you go.
Top.
Even then, to be honest, I don't really remember much of this reign.
It's the longest ever reign there's been.
Mhm.
I know, but I don't remember anything of it.
Have you got some matches on there, Aaron, that might jog Jay's memory?
He lost to Roddy, didn't he? Or did he lose it to Gargano?
Roddy, I think.
Or did he win it off? He won it off Gargano, didn't he?
He won it off Gargano, yeah. He won it from Gargano, lost it to Roderick Strong. What matches? He's defeated EC3. He began a feud with Ciampa
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of everything other than the North American title reign on his bio. So it just sort of explains it all, really, doesn't
So
it?
even though we were like, we'll talk about the reign, not the man,
Yeah.
and it's the longest reigning champion, we could still put it in the bottom because there was nothing of note during that reign.
Could have
That
been
was
better.
He started a feud with Cassius Ohno whilst champ.
He wasn't there to give up the title because he held it for fucking ages.
Yeah, but he had it and did fuck all with it. I mean,
So it could have been
Dean
better.
Ambrose was the US champion for over a year, and how many times did he fucking defend
Yeah,
that?
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That'd be going, and what the hell was that?
Mm.
What?
It could have been better given how long he had it
Yeah.
and how good he is or was in ring and how much of a good story he could tell and the rivalry, like the feuds and stuff, and a lot of the back and forth promo, like it was all there, but
But not during this reign.
Pardon?
But not during this reign.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
It was-
it seems to be not a lot happened actually whilst he was champion.
It was all there, like as you like. He had good stories like with Ciampa and Alistair Black, but they weren't when he was the champion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Could have had a better reign or less.
Honestly, I'm still looking at the bottom because it feels like they've just given the belt to give him something to do.
But then having hold it for that long.
Mm.
Yeah, but as I say, like the example I used was Dean Ambrose being
Dean
US
Ambrose.
champion. Where
Yeah.
you just give him the belt and it was just like a fucking prop for him for like a year.
We're going to struggle here. Everyone's all over the place.
I still put it in better reign because I like the character,
Okay.
not the man.
So Jay, you're saying what the hell was that? Ryan, you're saying could have had a better reign. I'm saying could have had a better reign. Aaron?
I'm literally asking myself, what the hell was it?
Yeah.
So
So we're proper split on that. We're proper split.
Flip a coin.
flip a coin. Who's got a coin?
I've got a coin. Heads
Wait.
could have had a better reign. Tails, what the hell was that? Oh, it's falling
He
down the
did-
back.
Oh, I was going to
Well,
say he didn't
I was
drop
gonna
it this time, but
Given the fact that that coin flip, what the hell was that? I think that settles it, lads.
2 Tiermaker recordings in 2 days, and he's dropped the coin twice. He's done it in the last one.
It was heads.
Oh my god!
It was heads.
Was it I, pal?
It was heads. Could have had a better reign.
There you go.
Could have had a better coin flip as well.
Could have
That
definitely could have
coin
done.
flip. That coin flip was actual nonsense.
That's two that I fucked in less than a 24-hour period.
What the hell was that?
Right. Next up. Now
But we're just glossing over it. It's fine.
I
It's fine.
think this is.
Don't worry about it.
I always forget it's not Joel Redman. Who is
Nathan
that?
Ray and Neville.
Yeah, it
Neville.
is. Yeah. So the first NXT Tag Team Champions.
Literally there to give up the belts.
Do you reckon?
Eh, They defeated the Wyatt family in the tournament final, so it must have been a whole feud with that.
Yeah, but then the Wyatts basically murdered them, and then
it lasted 3 months. The rivalry.
Okay. I still think that she there just to give it the belt.
Yeah, I feel like they're on that as well, to be honest.
Can I just say that's the NXT UK Women's, NXT UK Men's, and now the NXT Tag Team titles, where the first holders of the titles are just literally there to give the title.
The trend will end. Well, it already has, but it will end as well more.
Okay, literally there to give it the title. Next, Bobby Roode, NXT champion.
I don't remember much from that.
The only match I remember is
Did he beat Drew for it?
Yeah.
No, he lost.
No, he lost to Drew. Drew won it off.
He beat Nakamura for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a banging match with Hideo Itami.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had a really good match with Roderick Strong, if I remember rightly. I think the thing with Bobby Roode is that, like, when you look at his style and you put it into like NXT Black and Gold, it was a complete like contrast of what they'd normally done.
Yeah.
And it worked really well because of that. And then obviously he had like the whole character everyone loved.
His first title defense was Cassius Ohno. He fought Nakamura in a rematch for the title, giving Nakamura his first clean singles loss after departing NXT. So he came back from main roster. He beat Hideo Itami. Roderick Strong went after him. Defeated Strong. Yep, that's about it, to be honest. Until losing it to Drew.
Do you reckon bang in the middle?
I'd say nearly there.
Yeah.
I mean, reading that.
How long was he champion for?
He was a champion
6 months?
for 3 months, did I say? Did I not say? No, 202 days. There you go.
Oh, okay.
I remember like
so basically Rumble weekend to SummerSlam weekend was his reign.
6 months or more.
6 months.
Yeah.
It's more than 6 months.
Just over
No,
6 months.
he won it. Didn't he win it Survivor Series weekend?
No, January 28.
Really?
Yeah. San Antonio.
Don't know why I thought he won a Survivor Series. Fair enough.
What do you think, chaps?
I'm going anywhere then.
The Survivor Series weekend before was the Ty Dillinger match.
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where Mickey James was against Asuka as well. That was that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it was Nakamura Joe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I think he had a good reign, like better than it should have been on paper. For me, I'd say nearly there. What about you guys?
I would say nearly there as well.
It could have been better for me.
Could have been better for me. Should we flip a coin?
Flip a coin. Let's go.
No, well, that went last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so heads is nearly there. Tails just could have had a better reign.
I don't know why we had to flip a coin the first one when there was 3 of us, but
Oh, was there?
in the first recording, yeah.
Oh, that's landed on Tails.
Could have been better.
Could have been better.
Unlucky.
Funny that the Troy's flipped the coin and twice it's been his pick.
Yeah, because it's a weighted 2p coin. Please, if you've got any loose change about, feel free to flip it yourself.
All right, I will do.
Go on then.
Okay, I've got a double-headed coin here, so heads is me. Heads is me. Oh, it's heads.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
I say that. It's not a double-headed coin. What the fuck is that? It's a Swiss franc. Didn't even know I had that. I just saw it there. Fair enough.
Moving on, NXT North American Champion Ricochet.
I mean, the matches were bangers because it was Ricochet.
I recall him having a decent reign with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him at the top, but I'd say nearly there.
Hold on. I obviously didn't hold it as long.
Beat Cole for it.
161 days he was champion.
Retained against Robert Dream. And lost to Gargano, if I remember rightly.
Won at SummerSlam weekend, lost at Rumble weekend.
To heel Gargano.
To heel Gargano, yeah. All right, you had your match.
Nearly there?
I'd put him nearly there, yeah.
Yeah, I would. Right.
Unlike EC3, they actually found how good Ricochet was.
Yeah. Okay.
I put it there.
Cool. Who have we got next? Andrade Cien Almas, NXT champion.
Down because he injured Drew McIntyre.
He did have that absolute banger with Gargano, though.
He did.
I'd say nearly there as well.
And the match that he had with Black when he lost it was a banger.
Yeah.
The match he had with Drew until Drew decided he wanted to do a fucking dive and like tore his arm off his body. Good.
No, it was his neck. Was it? Yeah, aye. Was it not a neck that he fucked?
Shoulder.
Okay.
He
I'd
tore
say
his
nearly there. How long did he have it?
He had 139 days.
Okay.
So won at War Games, so November, and lost at Mania weekend, April.
Okay.
He did have some awesome matches with Gargano on TV as well, actually, thinking about it. Again, though, it felt like as soon as he got into the feud with Gargano that it was more like
setting him up to lose.
No, it was more like he was just like an afterthought as part of the Gargano Champion feud.
Right.
Yeah, see, Almas was never a standout NXT champion. He was always in like either the joint top match that everyone looked forward to, or he was one below.
He had good matches as champion, but as soon as he started feuding with Gargano, he become like a part of the Gargano Champion feud. But like, just
so do you think he's there ready to give the title up?
Yeah, like it's kind of like the thing with the NXT title around that time, kind of there as like an afterthought to the Gargano Champion.
Okay, could have had a better reign.
For me,
You what? Sorry,
nearly there for me.
nearly there. Right.
I would have could have had a better reign personally.
I would have put literally just there to give the title up if his reign was an afterthought in the Gargano and Ciampa feud.
No. What I mean by that, he didn't drop it to Ciampa or Gargano, but
I suppose, yeah.
So he won it. He won it NXT. He won it Survivor Series weekend, November. His match with Gargano was Rumble weekend,
and then he had the TV match where if Gargano lost, he had to leave NXT.
Yeah, and then he had Alistair Black on Mania weekend and lost the title.
There was a good 2-month chunk of his reign where it was just literally it was just like a part of the Gargano Ciampa feud.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll move it up. Then could have had a better reign. That's what I'll go for.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Okay. Next up, Tommaso Ciampa. He's right up there.
Oh, right at the top.
Aaron?
Goldie was good.
Wow.
do you not think got jumped? Do you think nearly there then?
I've never been that big a fan of Ciampa. I've said it before, but I do get he's like one of the most dominant NXT champs. So I'm not going to argue with you. I would put him up there.
Okay. Fair dues.
It's like going WWE champions and not putting John Cena at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Drew McIntyre, NXT champion.
It was too short because he got injured.
Reign, was it? Yeah.
It was
literally there to give up the title.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move quickly on.
You literally spent the UK tour that 3-month period before winning the title, beating Bobby Roode by count out or DQ.
Fucking hell.
It wasn't great.
Because sorry, go on.
Just because he had to do a massive speech at the end of the show going, I'll come for your title. Ah!
Is this North American champion Keith Lee or?
It is North American champion Keith Lee.
Okay.
I don't think his NXT reigns on here because it was for about 2
Is NXT reigns further up?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's still holding the title, but yeah, he's still holding the wrong title, but there's another photo of him there.
Oh, there is. Okay, fair enough.
North American title, I'd say
It's better than his NXT title run.
I'd say nearly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Did the NXT title run not just stop because you got
Called up.
called
Yeah.
up?
The title.
Yeah.
Transitional
Literally.
champion, wasn't he, Aaron?
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was that weekend.
Yeah, I
Karrion
remember.
Cross murdered him.
I
I remember
Yeah.
that.
The NXT title was literally it was literally like there to give up the title.
Yeah. So we think his North American run was nearly there.
Yeah, he had some.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Might as well put the other Keith in the
Yeah, I put the
Yeah.
Keith Lee in.
In where? Nearly there.
no, and literally there to give the title.
Yeah. Next up, Johnny Gargano, NXT champion.
I
You know what? Literally there to give the title.
Yeah.
He actually was, yeah.
Yeah.
He give him the belt, and then
No. He didn't give him the belt. He won the vacated title because he couldn't beat Ciampa for it, and Ciampa got injured.
Oh yeah, it was when
That's what happened. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they put the belt on him, and then a month. I feel like it was just because he was always going to be beating Ciampa for it. Then,
Yeah.
and a month later, he lost it to Adam Cole, didn't he?
So
Yeah,
there's
literally
the
just
title.
under 2 months. They won it.
Which
They lost
I
it to Adam Cole.
feel like would have always been the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always just waiting on Ciampa coming back, but then Gargano didn't have the title, so they just made it a thing.
And even then, Ciampa came back to feud with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Finn Balor. He's up there, isn't he?
I think he should be near the top.
I do.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like both reigns he had were really good.
Yeah. The one when he came back to NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really,
awesome. I really enjoyed that reign.
the first reign was very good.
First reign he dropped it and then won it back, didn't he? Like him and Joe exchanged it.
No, he dropped it to Joe, and then that was it. And then he
I
got
thought
called
he got
up.
it back, or was it Joe and Shinsuke that it went between?
It was Joe and Nakamura. He did that. He dropped it
That
to
was
Joe, and then
He
Joe
dropped it like a
lost.
house show, like at Madison Square
It was a
Garden.
No,
house
it was a Beast from the East in the ladder match. He won it against
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
which was a banger.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he had a really good takeover match, didn't he, with Owens?
Yeah.
Yes. His second run, he won in that 60-minute Iron Man Fatal 4-Way,
Oh, that was so good.
whereas
mate,
one
yeah.
apiece, I think, between all of them. Yeah. And he got the very last 10 seconds.
Where are we going then? God champ or nearly there?
I'd put him at the top, personally.
You agree, Ryan?
I agree with yeah.
I would say he's up there. Aaron?
I think you've got to put him up there.
Yeah.
If you consider both reigns, he has to go and go.
Yeah, as much as I want to argue it, I can't. Can't.
Aaron arguing. Never.
Okay. The first ever NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
Sethy poos with his fucking blonde stripe and his fucking zebra print pants. Let's go.
Let's go.
You love to see it.
The only issue with this was
Jinder Mahal was his number one contender.
I
What the hell was that then?
going there, but now you've said it. No, I was going to say the only issue was that he got called up as a member of the Shield when he was champion.
Yeah, he lost it in December. So he must have been as a Shield member when he lost it.
He was, because he was
Yeah.
wearing Shield gear when he lost it.
No.
Was he?
He must have been if it was December.
It
when he
was
lost it.
it was literally like 2 weeks after the Shield debuted. They
Yeah.
just had him come and drop it to Biggie. He had an all right reign before that.
It lasted 4 months.
I'd say put him in the middle.
The thing is, you've always got to remember this was them trying to properly do a weekly show, rather than the shitty series thing.
Yeah,
nearly there, or could have had a better reign.
I'd say could have had a better reign personally.
Could have had a better reign if he didn't get called up.
But then, can you have a better reign when you're fighting Jinder Mahal and Connor from the Ascension? And
I think, look at what the roster was back then.
Yeah. Can you physically have a better reign?
It was a terrible roster.
They also had Cassius Ohno, who they were building up for him. They had Richie Steamboat, they were building up for him.
Richie Steamboat, fucking hell. Big boots to fill.
They were building Big E up.
More on that later.
For him, and Bo Dallas and Neville. So I feel like there was a lot of kind of like laying the groundwork for what NXT would become, and I feel like they were using him as the face for that. But then obviously he got called up and it just kind of
fizzled out.
Fizzled away.
Yeah. Where are we going then, boys? Jay, I'll come to you.
As I say, could have had a better reign.
Could have had a better reign. Aaron?
Nearly there.
Ryan?
Could have had a better reign.
I would have said could have had a better reign as well.
Disgusting.
Sorry, mate.
Poor Seffi Poos.
Where's
Dolph Ziggler when you need him?
So I think all of these other ones, so I've moved all the ones we haven't done yet to that top line. I think everything else we've already put in there. There's nothing new. So all we've got left is men's NXT champions.
Okay.
Really?
So yeah, like everything else in there we've already got.
Yeah, we've already done.
Yes.
So
Fire who made this fucking thing.
We'll start with Neville.
Did we actually do
Pac and
Corey? Did we do?
One? Yeah, we did.
Pac and Corey. What the hell was that?
What's the one next to Seth?
Where?
Next to Pac, on the right.
Ria
Rush.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
On the right of Pac, it's Leo Rush.
Okay.
So Pac, NXT champion.
I thought he was really good. Nearly there.
This was the big one, wasn't it? The big long reign.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the ladder match, didn't he?
Yeah.
This is when I first got into NXT, was when Adrian Neville was champion.
It's a good champion.
Yeah.
So I would honestly put him at the top.
It was the first champion there that I felt meant something.
I wouldn't put him at the top purely because a lot of the reign felt like the story that getting there was better than the actual reign itself, if that makes sense.
I mean, the Sami Zayn story of getting the belt versus Neville was very good also.
Yeah, and when he teased like the heel turn and there was like shades of grey for Neville. That was the first like kind of time we got a little glimpse of what Pac could become.
Yeah.
Full bastard.
He was only like a little smidgen bastard at that point. Little bastard.
Nearly there?
I'd say nearly there. Just then again, the matches he was having were fucking awesome. But it's one of those things. Like I feel like the story of him losing it was better than like a lot of the reign, if that makes sense. Because
his title win was on the very first takeover as well.
Yeah, they had the match he won it in the ladder match was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He had a lot of there was a lot of moments where Sami looked like he was going to win the belt during his reign, and Neville had hold on. He had a really good match with Tyson Kidd. He had a really good match with Tyler Breeze. He had a fatal four-way, which was banging.
God champ. Right at the top.
I would put Neville at the top, Lex.
Okay.
Personally,
I would say nearly there. So it's on you, Jay, whether it's God champ or nearly there.
I want to say at the top, but at the same time, as I say, it's nearly there for me. Just looking at who he's compared to, I wouldn't put him at the same level as Cole Ciampa or Balor.
No. We're gonna have to flip a coin again.
That's the only thing for me, is that I wouldn't say it was for the reign as those three.
That's a very good point, you know.
Is that making you maybe change your decision, Ryan?
Yeah, I
I
think
think it is, yeah.
Nearly
Nearly
there.
there.
Fuck you, Jay.
With your fucking logic.
Yeah, fucking.
I
Big
fucking
brain.
love Pac as much as any of us.
Yeah,
It hurt me to do that.
Next up, Sami Zayn, NXT champion.
Literally there to give up the belt.
Sami
Yeah.
Zayn with short
Yeah.
hair and a beard. It's fucking odd. Like short beard and short hair. Literally there to give up the title.
He won the belt just to give it to Kevin Owens.
Hmm.
Like the night he won it, Kevin Owens debuted and just battered the fuck out of him.
And then how long did he have it before he lost it?
Kevin Owens didn't debut. Sorry, I'm speaking shite.
No, Kevin Owens debuted that show. His
Yeah, he
first-
debuted that show. Yeah,
He did the murder on Juice Robinson.
yeah,
Oh, so he bust his nose open.
Yeah,
yeah.
got his nose broke by a palm strike, and then he did a fucking terrible murder on Sami Zayn.
Literally there to give up the title.
He was literally like he held it for like 2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Lost it at the next thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Near the top for me.
Yeah.
Whether
Ugh.
he's God champ, I don't know, but
I mean,
think, again,
it's not long reigns though, and it was always Samoa Joe that he was dealing with.
I mean, it wasn't a bad feud.
he had a good feud with Joe. Yeah,
I would put nearly there. I
him
wouldn't put him at the top.
That's what I'd say nearly there.
Right.
Third, who you've got already there.
Yeah, I say when we're looking at Balor, Ciampa, and Adam Cole, we've sort of shot ourselves in the foot here.
We could just speed this up and put them all in nearly there. But the rest in nearly
no,
there.
whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ooh.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
Okay, right. We'll talk about it when we get to it then.
I'd say
there?
nearly there for Nakamura.
I
like-
would.
At the time, he felt like a massive deal, but it didn't. Like looking at the ones we're kind of using as a benchmark, it didn't feel on that level.
Nearly there.
Nearly there.
Nearly there for me.
Kevin Owens, NXT champion.
I'd put him at the top
I put him at the top.
because he was the best heel champion NXT had. Because Ciampa, even though he was heel, you still cheered him because Gargano was getting a bit stale and shite. And
Whereas KO,
KO just
hated him.
murdered your favorites.
yeah.
Also, beat
Fair.
John Cena clean as a fucking whistle as an
Whilst
yeah.
champion.
Wild champion,
He's up
yeah.
there,
Yeah.
really. God, fuck it.
Yeah, no arguments from me with that.
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas.
Okay.
He was fucking great as NXT champion. Just such a fucking piece of shit heel.
Yeah.
At the time, like prior to the champions he was prior to, he was probably the best one at the time. I know he was
Who
only
was
like
before him? Seth,
Big E and Seth.
Big E, and that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
And there was genuinely like a lot of like people watching wanted, like,
Yeah.
were desperate to see him get his head kicked in. Going back doesn't hold up to the others, so I'd put him in nearly there personally.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He was a really good heel champion.
I don't really remember much of
No,
his
I
being.
remember an awful lot.
I do remember running around the ring with a big fucking thing.
Forget about
Big
that.
sign.
I'd honestly put him in nearly there with Pac because it was all, or Adrian Neville.
They
Mm.
were
I'll
kind
agree
of
with that.
combined as well.
Yeah, they were constantly at each other. That's
Okay.
He
what
was-
that
he cost
title
Pac
was for.
tag titles and then ended up dropping the title to Pac
Yeah.
after beating him by cheating a lot.
Penultimate entry, Big E. NXT
Could have had a better reign.
I don't remember any of it, so
I don't.
He had his
He
whole
won-
5 count thing, didn't
I
he?
know they had the 5 count thing, but that's all I know.
He won the belt off Seth after Seth had been called up, and it was a massive moment. And then not that long after he got called up as like Dolph Ziggler's head,
Yeah, I remember that.
and they just had to get the belt off him.
Could have
So
had a better reign.
they could have had a better reign. He held it long enough that, and he had a few defenses where he was a decent champion, but he wasn't the best.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Aaron, Ryan?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, Samoa Joe, NXT champion.
I mean, he gave both Finn Balor and the Demon Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura their first losses
Yeah.
as champion.
He was booked like an absolute monster, wasn't he?
Let's ignore his last reign because it doesn't really count.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's-
get that.
he won it against Karrion Kross and then got injured. So
Got in.
got well.
got
Yeah,
injured.
sorry. Aye.
Got COVID and had to drop the title.
Yeah.
I think his first 2 reigns were really good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Good
the second one wasn't really good. It lasted 2 weeks because they threw it back at Nakamura.
Yeah,
It was part of that story, but
that feud he had with Nakamura was brilliant.
yeah.
I would say nearly there. I wouldn't put it at the top.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
I want to put him in the top, but I don't feel it's justified when I compare it to everyone else in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd have to go nearly there.
It makes sense being in the same thing as Nakamura as well. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks like it's it because everything else down there we have already put in. So
Banging.
That's it. We've run through it quickly. We've got in What the Hell Was That? We've got Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, NXT UK Tag Champs, Kairi Sane, NXT Women's Champ, the Broserweights, NXT Champions, and Adrian Neville and Corey Graves as NXT Tag Champions. Then in literally there to give up the title, Rhea Ripley, NXT UK, Tyler Bate, NXT UK Champion, Angel Garza, Cruiserweight Champions, Sanity and Mustache Mountain, and Vaudevillains, and what's his name? Adrian Neville and Doodah. Forget his name. I keep wanting to call him Joel Redman.
Joel, whatever his fucking name
Whatever
is.
his name was. All
Oliver
NXT
Gray.
Oliver Gray. Keith Lee, North American champion, Drew McIntyre, Johnny Gargano, and Sami Zayn, all NXT champions. Could have had a better reign. Tony Storm, Drew Gulak, Grizzled Young Vets, Leo Rush, Gallus, Ember Moon, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, DIY, Imperium, Lucha Dragons, Street Profits, Big E, what's his name? Seth Rollins, Robert Roode, Andrade, Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Roderick Strong, and Blake, and what's his name?
Murphy.
Nearly there. Oh,
The dubstep duo.
The dubstep duo.
Oh.
Nearly there.
Boop,
Revival, Rhea Ripley, Jordan Devlin, Charlotte, The Ascension, Authors of Pain, American Alpha, Paige, War Machine, Alistair Black, Ricochet, Shinsuke, Keith Lee, Adrian Neville, Bo Dallas, and Joe, and then God Champs, Pete Dunne, Kaylee Ray, Walter, Sasha Banks, Bailey, Shayna Baslet, Undisputed Era, Asuka, Gargano's North American run, Adam Cole, Ciampa, Kevin Owens, and Finn Balor. Anything you want to change?
I mean, in theory, yeah, the only one that you might change in God Champ is Gargano, but again, we've shoved them there for the best North American run. So
I think I Velveteen Dream down to what the hell was that stuff?
Oh, brilliant. Right. Well, that wraps up another Tiermaker episode. Thank you for joining us. Let us know in the comments below what you thought. If you thought you got any wrong, if you thought we got any right, if you'd have put something somewhere else, and also any suggestions for other Tiermakers that you would like us to do. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Do you like the Pokemon Ride-On? Ride on these nuts.
Eh?